welcome you back to another episode of the Frozen Foxes. Alongside Pat Cipher, Tommy Berry, I'm Nick Passione. Guys, to start of the season, it's been sloppy, but the defense has really tightened up, which has led to offense. Tommy, what has been the biggest factor in that?
Yeah, the last 4 games, I think Marist is really starting to find their chemistry. They're looking like a completely different group than they did in the first 4 games and these last 4. What I really like from them is the passing. It's been getting a little bit crisper. So I'm really happy with the signs of life they're showing for the rest of the season. Pat, what about you?
Some very good stuff going on for this Red Fox team. In fact, they got their first win in the series against Clarkson. But first, Game 1 had to go a little bit rocky for them. The Foxes took on defending SECHL champions Clarkson. We move to the second period, where we're going to see the game tied at 1, and Doobie sneak the puck past Anthony Russo's glove as Clarkson's captain put them up in front 2-1. Now under a minute in the period, we're going to see Giroux shovel one past Russo and into the net. Clarkson pattens the lead as now it's 4-1. But Marist isn't going to go down without a fight. We're going to see Sean Mercogliano sneak one past the goalie. Mercogliano's first collegiate goal cuts Clarkson's lead in half. Marist building some momentum now, and Stoneman, he's going to carry that as he's going to try and bring Marist back with not 1 but 2 late goals. Stoney's second and third goals of the season would bring the Foxes to within 1, but ultimately it wouldn't be enough as Clarkson would hold on to the lead 5-4. An impressive effort right there, but ultimately they just fell short for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, Marist definitely fell short in that one, but the offense was there. But Pat, what were you seeing defensively from the Red Foxes?
Yeah, Anthony Russo, he started the game pretty strong, but you could see as the defense just let up too many good looks for the opposing offense, ultimately he kind of fell apart later on. It felt like just he was under siege in that net. Too many pucks going his way, too many open looks, but it was a different story in Game 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, it definitely was a different story as Marist is looking to bounce back against Clarkson after that tough loss the night before. Just 5 minutes into the first, Marist looking to break the ice early as forward Declan Bain is sitting in the right spot and able to slam that one home. That would be his first collegiate goal to make it 1-0. Just 4 minutes later now, Clarkson looking to even things up as Brigham Doobie would see the pass at the top of the blue line and float that one in through traffic past Adam Derrico. The game would be tied at 1 apiece, and there would be 4 ties and 3 lead changes this game. To the second now, on the odd man rush, it is the captain, Sean Bruno, who would snipe that one past goaltender Braden Grisbick. Bruno's second goal of the season would make it a 2-2 game, and the Fox would score 3 in this period. Just a few minutes later, Jack DiNicola steals that puck on over and feeds it backdoor to Johnny Martriano. That assist would be DiNicola's first point of his career as the Foxes now lead. Clarkson would soon tie it up as senior Chris Cetera on the power play looking for his options. He decides to shoot it, and he gets that one past Grisbick to put the Foxes in front 4-3. And that would be your final as Marist beats the defending SECHL champions to pick up their first win of the season.
And the pucks have not been going Marist's way, not really finding the back of the net. But what did they do differently in that game?
You know, what was really strong for Marist was their forecheck. The 2 out of their 4 goals came from the forecheck. They did a good job at dumping in the puck and chasing it, tying up man on the boards right there in that goal. You saw Stoneman dump that one in. Next, you know, you have Chris Cetera right here really tying a man up on the board, allowing Tyler Stoneman to get in there, and then he moves to open ice. On top of that, Declan Bain captured his first career goal off of the forecheck. So Marist needs to continue doing that if they want to stack wins in the win column.
You guys have been talking about milestones these past 2 games. Well, another milestone that happened, Adam Derrico, first collegiate win. He is playing phenomenally so far this season.
Yeah, Derrico's been really strong. He faced 55 shots in that Clarkson win, and he saved 52 of them. He had multiple flurries of saves, like this one right here. He does a really good job at able to track the puck, and he moves with it well, stands tall on that, even during 3-4 shot sequences. Well, he was a really strong last line of defense for Marist. And Marist did a really good job at buckling down despite what was a high-scoring affair. And what they really did well is in the last final minutes, they stressed what Coach Lil Bianco says in practices, focusing on doing the little things right. And that's why they're able to come away with that win against Clarkson.
It was a really strong win for their first win. And Chris Cetera, he really took that momentum into the next game. And Pat, you had the chance to talk to Chris Cetera.
I did, and it really was a great opportunity. A great guy on the ice, really fun talking to him. The offense has struggled throughout this year, so him having that type of performance was, frankly, great the opportunity to speak to him was spectacular, and it was overall a fun conversation. Why don't we give it a listen? I'm here with Chris Cetera, who had a hat trick against UMass. Tell me, what was going on that led to you getting your first hat trick of your career in that game?
So basically it kind of came down to my line mates during that game. They were setting me up really well as well. I was just kind of going into the game with a good mindset, and that I kind of had a good pre-warm-up. I had good flow during the game, and my line really backed me up, just giving me the puck in the right spots.
Yeah, what was it about the UMass defense that you saw that really allowed you to have some of those opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, they're a really good team, but I guess every time that I just got lucky out there, like, their D kind of just broke down completely. Like, for one of the goals, like, the guy just completely gave it to me in front, which is, like, you know, so uncommon usually when I'm out on the ice. But honestly, it just came down to luck that game.
You mentioned some of your line mates and the day they had and how they helped set you up. Well, one of them is a younger player, Declan Bain. What have you done as a mentor to really help him get used to this speed of the game?
Yeah, I mean, so Bain already has, like, his game. He has his flow. He's a really good freshman. And honestly, it's good for me to have him on my line. I don't think I'm doing too much mentoring because he kind of already has it all already. But I think I'm helping out a little bit with just, like, helping him get his head in the game in the right spot. But overall, he's just doing it all by himself.
Yeah, and he's a good player. You also have Stoneman on you with you in that line. Tell me, what do you think your role is compared to those two that really allows you to add something extra with two great players right next to you?
Yeah, so those two guys are more aggressive than me when it comes to getting the puck. So I think for me, my spot is to just have an opportunity to be open so they can make the right plays and give it up in front, or we can, vice versa.
And right now you have your career high on just this season in terms of goals, right? What have you seen? Was there something about this year that really just felt right that led to you just being phenomenal in terms of scoring so far?
Yeah, I would say, since freshman year, I've been dealing with injuries. So over the summer, I did take care of that and just, like, working out more in the gym. And now also it is my last year, so my mentality is a little bit different. I'm in a better headspace. Also just attacking on those injuries. And now I'm playing at 100% healthy, which I haven't done since high school and travel hockey. So just being, like, at 100% and not being, like, playing constantly hurt has definitely helped me a lot for sure.
You talk about that headspace. What would you say it is? Is it the confidence? Is it just your aggressiveness? What about your mentality on the ice has been so different?
Yeah, I think it's just been my attitude. Just showing up and more embracing having fun than kind of, I would always go into games in the past, like, going, like, just being so hard on myself, like, being like, oh, I need to score, I need to do that, I need to do this. But I kind of just show up and just kind of just go with the flow of things.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned your improvement over the summer as the season approached. What area do you think you improved in the most that has allowed you to have such a great season so far?
Yeah, I would say probably my speed and strength on getting the pucks in the corner have definitely helped me, because I kind of shifted my gameplay a little bit different, because freshman, sophomore, and junior year, I was more of not a guy really getting points. I would just be a guy to get the puck deep and hit. Like, I was just out there to hit guys. But now that, dealing with injuries and now being 100% healthy, I don't want to go back to being hurt. So I'm kind of just playing the puck more and worrying about the puck before hitting the guy, which has definitely helped me a lot.
Yeah, it definitely did. Like I said, 3 goals in that last game, a really strong performance on your end. However, despite that, UMass scored 5. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, they won that game. Yeah. What exactly led to that final result in your mind?
It just comes down to they were just a better team at the end of the day. They're a really good team. I remember my freshman year, they did win the D2 Natty Chip, so they're really good. They have a solid 4 lines of guy. Their D's really good. Their goalie obviously did not have the best day, but I wish we got 2 more on him. But they were just a better team. They were just grinding a little bit more, and they did have a little bit more opportunities than us at the end. But I think we could have definitely won that. But, it is what it is at the end of the day.
You leave that locker room, like you said, very good team you played against, and you gave them a pretty good fight. Your performance as a whole was very strong. Mm-hmm. What do you take note of from that game that really allows you to go ahead into that next couple of weeks and say, you know what, I feel strong about where we are. How can we continue to build off of that?
I say we could build off of that by just having a better attitude going into games, because the attitude definitely wasn't the best, but it's something we're working on. But even if I had a bad game or a good game, like, I feel like my efforts out there, like, it doesn't matter if I scored a hat trick or not. If my team's losing, it's still like whatever, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I just feel like if all the boys' headspace were in the right area, we'd do a little bit better, but we're definitely working on that for sure.
That is all the time we have. Thank you, Chris, as we continue.
That certainly was a memorable game for Chris Cetera, one he'll be telling his kids about for a while. Just like the memorable environment and experience at the McCann Ice Arena for Saturday's Pink the Rink game. Isn't that right, Nick?
Yeah, there is no other environment like Pink the Rink. The Red Foxes were the Pink Foxes on Saturday night supporting Breast Cancer Awareness Month for their 17th annual Pink the Rink in front of a packed McCann Ice Arena against the Bobcats. Quinnipiac, early on the power play, they win the faceoff, and Bryce Sheehan is left all alone for the one-timer. Sheehan's score silences the crowd and puts the Bobcats up 1. In the second, J.D. Parker beats James Stevens and slips it past Anthony Russo for the goal. That was a remarkable goal by Parker, but he was not done yet. 10 minutes later, on to another power play. Sheehan would find Parker once again, a shot from the slot, and it's his second of the night. Sheehan gets another point and puts Quinnipiac big up late. Marist, they're trying to mount the comeback. Stevens, pass tip by Joey Capici, picked up by Tyler Stoneman, who goes top shelf for the score, and the Red Fox points leader, Stoneman, logs another, but it would not be enough, falling short in a 3-1 loss on Pink the Rink night.
And despite the end result, the Red Foxes really brought the energy to start the game. The physicality early, the forecheck, hits against the ice. It was like a gladiator match in that arena. I mean, they were relentless out there early. The physicality that they showed, the hits that they were doing, it was incredible. Because, yeah, Quinnipiac, they're the better skaters. They could handle the puck better. But my Lord, the way that the Red Foxes were able to bring the energy and lay some hits, that's how a team that might be a little bit less skilled might take advantage and win against a team that's more technical and more sound, right?
Yeah, 100%. And our own Nick Passione was able to find Tyler Stoneman for an interview. Let's hear what they had to say after.
Goal scorer in tonight's game. Not a lot of offense after the first period. What are the takeaways going into the next one?
We have to find each other a lot. Like, our passes weren't great. And then when we do get chances, we actually have to bury. We had a lot of pucks on net, but then obviously their goalie had a good game, and then we got in our own heads and tried to run around, hit everybody, which isn't our game to play, and that didn't help us at all.
With this being your last Pink the Rink game, is this a lot more important than it was in previous years?
Yeah, for me, I just wanted to make sure I didn't leave my last Pink game knowing I didn't put everything out there.
And what is this Pink the Rink game every year mean to you?
Well, it means a lot because I've known people who've died from breast cancer. So obviously, breast cancer research is really important to me and getting the funding for that. And I think it's not about us. At the end of the game, it's just a hockey game. But there's a lot of bigger issues going on right now about this. So win or lose, we're still bringing awareness.
Just a family guy, as you were able to hear. He was with his younger sister during that interview. A great guy off the ice, a great player, great leader on the ice too, and they're going to need that in their next few matchups, right?
This weekend, on Friday, they play Rowan, and then on Saturday, they play a tough Sacred Heart, who they've been really struggling against.
Yeah, 100%. Rowan, I think, is going to be the more difficult of the opponents. They're first in the ACHL Premier Division with a 7-3-1 record. They're a really well-balanced team. They have 5 of their top 7 scorers are first-year players, so they're going to have a good, deep roster with a lot of rookies, just like how Marist does this year. Max Finley, their leading scorer, he also leads their division with 14 points and is second in assists with 7 goals, 7 assists for 14 points. Their power play, also incredibly dangerous. They have 8 goals in the last 12 games. And although their power play may be strong, but their penalty kills where Marist can really take advantage, allowing 1 goal nearly every 3 short-handed opportunities. As well, Rowan, a strong away team. They're 4-1-1 when away from their home barn. But now we're going to turn things over to Sacred Heart. Their record is 2-5. They're beginning to find the momentum. They have back-to-back wins against Army and Siena. They're 1-4 on the road, though, so that's going to be something Marist needs to take advantage of. They've have Marist struggling at home while Sacred Heart is struggling away. Hopefully that can turn the tide. Although history is against the Red Foxes. All time, they were 0-8 against Sacred Heart. Last season, they were outscored 14-4 in 2 matchups. So it's another physical team. They average 12 penalty minutes every game. So this is going to be a real big weekend to come down to special teams. Pat, what do you think Marist needs to do in order to come away with the wins this weekend?
Well, Rowan is averaging 16 penalty minutes a game when they are on the road. Marist has to take advantage of that. Their penalty kill has struggled throughout this year. If the Red Foxes could take advantage of that, I think they'll be in pretty good shape. Against Sacred Heart, you mentioned Sacred Heart has the advantage all time. They've been winning more against them all time. But now they have that line with Declan Bain, Stoneman, and Satera. That line has been on fire. 18 total points between the 3 of them when they're on the ice together. I mean, they've been really good. If they can rely on those guys, they should be able to go ahead and win that matchup.
Yeah, this should be an interesting 2 games this weekend. Alongside Tommy Berry, Pat Seifer, I'm Nick Passione. Thank you guys so much for joining us on another episode of the Frozen Foxes. We welcome you to McCann Ice Arena here in Poughkeepsie, New York, with the matchup between the Sacred Heart Pioneers and the Marist Red Foxes. Alongside Tommy Berry, I'm Nick Passione. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday evening. Tommy, Red Foxes come off of a defeating loss yesterday against Rowan. What can they do today to get back in that win board?
Well, in order to get back in the win board, Marist is going to have to play a full 60. That was probably the best 20 minutes of Red Fox hockey that they played yesterday. They really stuck to their brand, strong forecheck, strong breakout. So they can stick to that forecheck and stick to that breakout. They have a really good chance of winning against this Sacred Heart team that's really not, their lineup so far is not what they've been wanting.
Well, the Red Foxes are 1-4 at home, and the Pioneers are 1-4 away. One of these are going to have to break as we have puck drop here. Sacred Heart will start with it. The Foxes forced a turnover. Butchek into the zone. Sent around the cage. Pioneers looking for a breakout. Playing it in their own end first. The Red Foxes come away with it. Butchek to Stoneman. He'll send it in. Sticked aside by Dworkowitz. Red Foxes looking to force a turnover. It clears the zone. Kehoe will flip it right back in.
So far, Marist through their first shift, really sticking to it right there, Tyler Stoneman.
Stoneman, a backhand pass that missed the stick of Convoy, who draws back into the lineup today.
Yeah, he played yesterday. He played very strong. Haven't seen too much from him this year, but yesterday had a really good showing, able to come away with an assist on the goal from Marciano.
A very good move by James O'Toole, but Dorico slams the door. What have you been seeing this year from Adam Derico?
Derico, he's a very strong goaltender. He moves with the puck very well. He tracks it. Rebound control, he's always able to steer things away. Last game, he stepped in and faced 55 shots, was able to turn away 52 of them. So far in his couple of starts, he's been phenomenal in his third career start.
He is a freshman to keep an eye on. Marist coming the other way. It's Bruno all by himself, and it's an icing, and he does not agree with the call.
Yeah, the freshman this year, as you just mentioned, Adam Derico. They also have Declan Bain, who is a 100-point scorer in high school. You have TJ Fragoso, who's been looking very strong, and then also Ryan Wicker, the defenseman, brother of Marty Wicker. He's a very good skater. So the freshmen this year have really been stand out for Marist.
To the right of Derico. Sacred Heart controls to the point. A one-timer deflected, and Derico gets a save.
They're right there. Good stick work by Derico to push that rebound away.
Loose puck in front. Derico covers. A couple deflected saves for Derico to start the night.
Yeah, he's one of those goaltenders who's really composed. After he faces a couple of quality shots, he doesn't let them get to him. Maybe he lets up a goal or two, which hopefully not tonight. He's able to stand strong and still brush those errors off very easily.
Franzosa for Sacred Heart wins another draw. Pioneers will dump it back in. 2-on-1 behind the net. Looking to send it back to the point. They do. The shot, long range, another save. Derico, the puck is loose, and they couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, good job there by Marist, especially there, Matt Sacco. He's a really good defenseman as his junior. Good job stepping up.
Sacred Heart back the other way, going out wide. He'll drop it back, a shot, and they missed the net. To the point again. Coggin with a shot that never made it through.
The Sacred Heart, they're one of those teams that likes to get shots through traffic. So far, all of their shots besides that one there by O'Sullivan have all been off of deflections and up in front. So Marist's going to have to do a good job at making sure the slot is protected and there's not any bodies in front of Derico.
Looking for the clear, but Danny Stiles keeps it in. Behind the net now. Pioneers. A lot of open ice for them right now. Back to the point, another long-range shot. That one never made it through either. Zach Taylor looking for the clear. On the race for the puck is Bruno. And he will not beat out the icing. And he'll come back the other way.
Yeah, good work there by Bruno trying to hustle out. He originally started off with the deflection there, getting in the shooting lane there of that shooter on Sacred Heart. Then tried to turn it the other way, but was unable to beat out the icing. As Marist now is going to be going to be stuck with some tired legs as they're unable to change.
I was just
because
about
of
to
the
say,
icing.
Tommy, these guys have been out here for about a minute and a half. That's tiring, especially when you're playing defense that entire time.
Yeah, you definitely could see it in Bruno trying to beat out that icing. He was giving it all he had.
Well, the Red Foxes are now able to clear, and they will get 4 guys off the ice. Taylor stays on for now, and now he will go off.
A little bit of an altercation on the change.
Huang, in out wide, a shot and a save. First shot on goal for the Red Foxes here.
Yeah, Wong really comfortable after making the move yesterday to forward. Already recorded a point last night on that feed to Martriano up in front, which got the goals, which got the scoring started for Marist. Hopefully they can repeat yesterday.
The face-off win for the Pioneers.
Looks like Bobby Labonia back in tonight after what was going to be an early scratch, but he was able to wake his way back in the lineup today.
Pioneers will control their own end. Gets it past the red line, he'll send it down. Derrico to play the puck to his own man. He lost the puck. Trying to center it. Foxes are there, but someone takes a spill. Sacred Heart able to keep in the zone, and we got a whistle.
Marist is a big fan of getting the pucks off of the glass for the exit. I think so far through this game it's been working, but yesterday was kind of an issue. They're doing a couple clears off of the glass. It'd either end out in a icing or a turnover. So Marist might need to change things up looking into it tonight. Make sure they get a little more crisper passes on the breakout rather than just chipping it off the glass.
Sacred Heart controls off the face-off. Puck lifts into the air. Red Foxes trying to clear. Pioneers keep it in. The shot deflected, never made it through. Mingwen Shen able to clear it out. Trying to get to Fragoso, he never got there.
Some light.
Sacred Heart back the other way. A shot. Another save by Derrico. It was a long rebound, but Red Foxes able to get on it. Stoneman will just send it in.
Some lineup changes here tonight for Marist. You're going to see that Declan Bain and Satara line, or Declan Bain, Tyler Stoneman, and Chris Satara line being broken up. They've been really good. Looks like Lo Bianco is trying to spread the wealth. That line's been a one-man show.
Well, Marist now controls. He'll get to the red line and chip it in. Didn't go very far. Pioneers coming back the other way. Des Marias lost control of the puck, and Derrico forced to cover.
Good stick there by Kehoe. Yesterday he recorded his first point of the season.
To the right of Derrico again. A lot of time here for Sacred Heart in the zone. Another long-range shot, another save by Derrico. He'll bring it to the board, the corner.
Good strong start from him in the first 5. Marist right now, both of these teams are conference opponents, so it's a little bit more of a matchup that means a little bit more yesterday than Rowan. You play these teams often all season long. They played each other last year, getting outscored 14-4.
Marist able to take it away. Huang, one-timer, long range. That was James Stevens on a nice feed from Huang.
Yeah, really good. Changing up that pairing of Stevens and Kehoe as well. Played every game together, so they really built a chemistry between the two.
Sacred Heart controls in their own zone. They'll look to flip it out. Tyler Stoneman, a long-range shot and a blocker save. Marist looking to keep it in.
Tyler Stoneman, he's one of those players that he brings everything he can to each game. In an interview the other day, he's saying no one deserves the puck more than me, especially the other team. So he's always going to do his best to give this team their best chance to win.
Well, here comes Satara back the other way. Chris Satara's got the hot hand coming into this game.
Yeah, just yesterday, he surpassed his career high in single-season goals.
That pass too long off the glove of Drogan. Although Marist and Matsako will come back the other way. Little pressure on. Butchik trying to get it to Zachary Taylor. Race forward alongside. 15 on 15. And
This 15 for Marist comes away with the puck. Looking for Sacco, it rolls out of the zone.
Right there again, that's that forecheck from Marist. Yesterday they scored 2 out of their 4 goals as there's going to be delayed penalty against the Red Foxes. Going to be a cross-checking call. Assessed to number 27, Kyle Buchek. Marist yesterday killed off all of the penalty kill, or all the power play opportunities that was granted to Rowan. That was a very strong power play. Hopefully tonight they can keep that going. The special teams have been the dictator for all season long.
Marist with the early clear. Sean Bruno here on the penalty kill.
Yeah, that first extra 5 seconds of a clear there, already killing off 10 seconds. Really good for Marist, because then it also allows them to set up a strong defense on the zone entry.
That is exactly what I was about to say. It gives them their time to set up defensively. As Zach Taylor will send it right back in. And the first 25 seconds have come off the penalty. And Sacred Heart has not been able to possess the puck.
Yeah, Marist, yesterday their zone entry, they're granted a little bit too many zone entries for Rowan. Hopefully today they can tighten that up, and that's what Lo Bianco is stressing before the game.
Sacred Heart now under control. 120 on the power play. Pioneers go into the corner. Looking for options. Cross-ice pass, it was there, but it was in his skates. He had a wide open net.
Yeah, Derico really tried his best. So far it's also been killing Marist is these cross-crease passes. They've let in a couple of those all year long, and it kind of immediately turns this tide once they let one of those in.
Trying to center it. Back up to the point. One-timer off the stick. Red Foxes trying to clear. They don't. Behind the net. Back in front. Sharp angle shot. That one is lost, and Derico covered it right on the line.
Yeah, good job on him to really stand up tall against that post and not let anything sneak on by him, as it's going to be a full change for both squads here.
With 44 left on the power play, Marist looking for a clear. It's in the middle of the zone, and Sacred Heart comes away with it. Desmaries. It's Robert Soon, a shot. And a save by Derico, and they get the clear.
Good work by Richie Williams to be sitting right there after the shot, sending in the point, able to immediately clear that one and kill off an extra 10 seconds on this penalty.
Well, the final 20 here for the Pioneers. A chance for one more breakout. Coming in all the way behind his own net. Back to the point again. Fakes the shot, tried to go out wide, and that pass didn't connect. Pioneers keep it in. Across the ice, nobody home in gray, but they do keep it in. Penalty time is up. Marist gets the kill. Now can they get out of the zone? And they will.
All even now. Marist already 1 for 1 on their penalty kills. About 6 for 6 this weekend. Really good start for them on the penalty kill.
The Pioneers control behind their own net. Dangerous pass right in front of the crease.
Yeah, right now, Marist needs to get onto their forecheck. They, like I said earlier, they scored 2 out of their 4 goals, or 2 out of their 3 goals off of the forecheck, and then 2 out of their 4 goals against Clarkson off of the forecheck.
Well, a long-range pass, trying to find Cantalupo, but that bounced over his stick. So now the Red Foxes looking to come the other way. Opportunity for Bruno, but that also bounced over his stick there, Tommy.
Yeah, the ice right now really bouncy. Marist needs to do a good job at remembering that, making sure they're giving crisp, firm passes.
Pioneers control off the pass of Derico, who went behind his own net.
Derico, he's not as active as a goaltender compared to Russo, but he knows when to play at the right time.
And he has very strong passes as well when he does play those pucks, Tommy.
He definitely does. He's making sure that there's no question of that the puck's getting to who he's intending it to.
Well, the pace now has gotten quite a bit quicker now. Quicker passes for Sacred Heart as they have an opportunity, and nobody in gray can get the stick on the puck. Delayed offsides, Marist. Here's Comboy. Comboy will flip it in.
A good move there by Comboy, controlling it, letting him get to the red line and then dump it on in, allowing the change of his team and get some pressure down in the SHU zone.
Pioneers will dump it right back in on the race for the puck. It's Grandolfo who's there first. Behind the net, looking for options. That will stay in the zone. Matt Coggin lost it. It's Tyler Stoneman trying to get it up. It stayed in. No. Delayed offsides. It did go out. Good job by Tyler Stoneman.
Despite Goggin letting that one get away from him, the initial attempt to keep it in was very strong. SHU doing a really good job at keeping the pucks in, allowing to keep sustained offensive pressure against the Red Foxes.
We're getting a little chippy out here, a little couple of stick hits.
Yeah, this game's already going off to a chippy start. Marist really playing to their identity of being a physical team and not letting they're not giving this Sacred Heart team any inches.
Well, I don't know if you saw this earlier, but when the play was blown dead for that offsides, it was Matt Coggin and Satera who got into it. They gave each other a little bump, and Coggin was mouthing to Satera and also to the bench of the Red Foxes.
And then earlier before that, there was a little bit of an altercation during a change. I believe it was Mingwen Chen got caught up by a Pioneer. So it's already off. Like I was saying earlier, it's this conference matchup. You kind of have a little bit more behind it, knowing this implicates for playoffs.
Turnover here. Stoneman a shot and a big save. My goodness.
Right there. That's just Tyler Stoneman being set up in the right spots. Now they ice the puck here, giving Marist another chance to maybe try to capitalize on some tired Pioneers.
Wow, Tyler Stoneman, that was a phenomenal opportunity off the turnover. But Dworkowitz was able to have a really quick reaction. That was a really quick shot.
That was a very strong save from him. But Tyler Stoneman, he's one of those players that you give him another opportunity like that, and he's going to capitalize. He scored his 40th career goal last night and is up to a total of 84 points in his career, inching closer to that centennial mark.
Pioneers looking to control. 2-on-2 the other way. Nick Drogan will drop it off with a shot, and that shot never made it through. Good block by Martirano, but the secondary shot, that one made it through Derrico.
But Derrico, again, really staying strong there to stop that one. But our Sacred Heart on that zone entry right there, really strong move to create a little bit of a pass there, getting the defenders a little bit mixed up, which allowed that open shot, which got blocked, but then the second chance opportunity there.
Pioneers really big on winning these faceoffs. They won almost all of them except for about 2 or 3, I would say. That's been a big part of their game.
Yeah, the Pioneers historically a very strong faceoff team.
Great play defensively. He had Butchik behind him, and if he didn't sprawl out to stop the puck, Butchik would have had a step on them.
Yeah, this Pioneers team, they have a really good situational awareness. They're known so far when to make the right plays. That's kind of the reason why they're maintaining most of the pressure halfway through this first period, as Marist is slowly starting to climb back and bring things into their favor, especially with that opportunity there by Stoneman. Marist against Sacred Heart all time, not a favorable matchup in their eyes. 0-8 against them. Got outscored 14-4 in 2 matchups, but as Lobianco said earlier, it's another game.
That's what I was about to bring up, as I will get more to it once we get another stoppage. Marist trying to send it back in, and we get a whistle. So me and you had the opportunity to talk with one player. That was you. You talked to Johnny, and I talked to Coach, and I brought up that they were 0-8 all time, and he just said you got to look at it as like it's a new game. It's like every Sunday in the NFL. It's just a new game. You got to look past that.
Yeah, I said the same thing to Jonathan Martriano after our interview, just about the historical factor. It's a thing that these players are aware of. They know about the history, but they also understand that once you step on the ice, your record is 0-0. It doesn't matter how the last game went or how the next couple games are going to go. You just need to turn and be a goldfish, as Ted Lasso would say, and just completely forget about what happened in previous games.
And Tommy, that's the great thing about sports, is you could have a really good team against a really bad team, for example. I'm not saying that these are these two teams, but it doesn't mean you're going to win every time, and that's the beauty of the sport.
It all 100% depends on who works hard enough, who wants it more than the other team. Marist, so far, they've been hungry all year long. Pucks haven't been bouncing their way, but so far this team's shown really good signs of life. Games are getting a little bit closer. Besides yesterday, there's the one exception in the last 5 games.
Well, here comes Luke O'Sullivan the other way. Quick shot, and Derrico with another easy save.
Derrico just controlling that one. He knows really right when to step and take away the shooter's angles, slows it down, and lets the game play at his pace as the goaltender. Doesn't let any player really scare him.
With under 8 minutes to go, in this first period. It's 0-0 hockey right now.
A good period so far from Marist, even though there might not be a goal. Right now they're setting up this little set play. If they win it back over, Tyler Stoneman's going to be leaving fast.
Another long-range shot. That bounced. Derrico still loose, and Derrico covers. That was dangerous because Sacred Heart was right there with the stick.
A lot of Pioneers right there, but Derrico able to jump on top of that one. He thought he had it, dropped it just for a second, but then he was immediately right on top of it. I think he could tell he was losing control of the puck in his glove.
And I'm going to go back to something you said earlier there, Tommy. You said Sacred Heart loves those long-range shots, and I'm going to bring it back again because that's been most of their shots, looking for those deflections.
They understand that Derrico's a good goaltender. Marist last year had the most saves between Anthony Russo, Sarfati, and AJ Schauder is not on the team this year anymore, but they had the most saves in the SECHL, so they understand how strong the goaltending can be for Marist as they face a lot of shots. So they know in order to score goals, they need to get shots through traffic and get the goaltender moving. If he's stagnant, Derrico's not going to let up too many goals.
And those are the hardest shots, too. They're the ones that from far range and going to get deflected.
Yeah, but they're a lot more rewarding.
Sacred Heart looking to come in the other way. With speed, a shot never made it through. Another shot across. Wide open was Milmore, but he couldn't get the stick on it. It bounced over his stick, too. Opportunity at the shot. That one never made it through either.
Yeah, Sacco, really good job. He has a nice active stick that he used there. The puck came in front of him. He was able to bat that away and throw it away to the corner where there's not as much danger in front of the net.
Well, Marist has done a really good job clogging the shooting lanes here. That is also part of the reason why Sacred Heart is taking these long-range shots as well.
Yeah, they understand there's a lot of bodies in front. You throw one on and it's going to take a tip off of someone.
Bad turnover. Sacred Heart keeps it in. Marist a little flustered right now. Behind the net, looking for options.
Yeah, Marist right now trapped in their own zone. That's happened a couple of times. Right now, Sacco's battling in front with Grandolfo.
A bouncing puck, and Derrico able to make the save.
Yeah, Ryan Wicker, the freshman, he's getting in there. He's not afraid to give it to some players.
Gandolfo for Sacred Heart is the one who has to be separated from Marist.
Yeah, Marist right now, they're working with their home rest. Right now, this Pioneers team, they've kind of instigated a couple of the altercations so far. If Marist can just stay level-headed as they do and attempt to do all year long, that's what he also said about Chris Satera last year. He's having a really great year. And Coach Lobianco said he likes his coolness. And if that can just spread and be contagious across the team. As it was yesterday, there wasn't too many penalties through anger.
Maxwell Brown comes out of the corner with the puck with a sharp angle shot. Trying to center it. Marist is the first one's there. Mercogliano didn't know what to do with the puck. He now gets it back and he'll look to flip it in. Mercogliano back on the chase with Butchek to his left. Marist on the puck. Labanya in front to Butchek and another big save by Dworkowicz.
Yeah, really good job by Butchek right there. They recognized he saw the slot was open and just set up right there. And Labanya really doing a good job on the forecheck there, supported by his line mate Mercogliano. Again, like I've been saying all period long, the forecheck is what works well for Marist, and they just need to continue doing it. It's been a main driver of their offense, and Jonathan Marciano said earlier before the game that it is a big factor of why they've been playing so well recently.
Well, I don't know how you keep doing this, but that's the third time this period that what I was going to say, you said it just before me. I really don't know how you're doing it.
I think it's good booth chemistry. We've been,
absolutely.
been really quick and calling a lot of games together. It's been fun all year.
So it's an icing against the Pioneers, which will bring it back into their own zone.
Marist right now, the first 5 minutes weren't really going their way. There's a lot of SHU pressure, but right now through this second half, they've been turning it around. Pressure's been mounting on both sides, but I think it's more favorable in Marist.
Stoneman with the takeaway, looking for Satera on the other side. Satera in a board battle. Stoneman takes it away.
Again, really strong job by Marist. The second forward is crucial on their forecheck, being in that assisting way, and then the third guy just floats in front of the net.
Richie Williams will dump it back in on net. Pioneers looking for a breakout pass. That's going to be too far. The ref waves off icing, and the Marist bench is confused. A long-range shot again. That one never made it through. One more time, the shot deflected up high.
Again, Marist, their deflections and their bodies in front have been really crucial. Might be a struggle for Derrico to see the puck, but that hasn't been an issue as he's still able to make the saves, and then the shots that might go in are getting deflected and tipped away. It's a good crowd here tonight in this Saturday early evening matchup on Family Alumni Weekend.
Red Foxes trying to come the other way. Gets laid out. That was Kehoe. The shot off the outside of the post. Flip back up the other way. Marist struggling to control. That was Kehoe. But luckily his line mate came back for his help. That was Huang, who former defenseman. Now this year, this is the second game that he moved up to forward.
Yeah, you know, it's James Stevens. Like these Marist defensemen, they like to join the rushes. They're not afraid to get into some offense. They have a lot of points from
a big
defensemen.
hit. That was on Kehoe as well.
Yeah, he's a little slow to get up, but he's a gamer. He understands, as Lobianco said earlier, you get hit, you got to give a hit. That's what this Marist team does. They get scored on a couple times and they think it's all over, but Marist needs to, so far hasn't let up a goal.
Pioneers looking for a little bit of offense now. It's been a little bit stagnant for the past 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's definitely been a little bit of a back and forth this period. Haven't been too many quality chances that are swaying the tide of the flow this game so far.
James Stevens with a good hit. And we got a stoppage.
The net has been knocked off. The ref's calling a travel, but this isn't basketball. But these nets have been an issue. They haven't been able to stay in all year long. Marist's issue yesterday in that 6-3 loss to Rowan was they started out really strong, the best 20 minutes, as I mentioned earlier. Their first period was really strong, but then they just kind of fell apart. Lobianco said they need to make sure they play a full 60.
Red Foxes with a draw in their own zone. Sacco up the boards, looking for Martorano. It's going to be too far.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they really are big fans of those off the glasses. The issue with that is it's kind of a little bit too hard. You give a little bit too much power, and it comes flying down the ice like that one, or it's swimming out into the middle of the neutral zone, where Sacred Heart could just capitalize on top of that chance that you'll be gifting them.
To the right of Derrico. A little delayed, but he finally drops the puck, and the Red Foxes win yet another draw. DiNicola looking to get it out. Sorry, that was Jack Woodhead looking to get it out.
Yeah, 26-29 can get a little confusing.
26-28.
Yep.
See, there you go. You too.
Yeah, exactly. It's
all these numbers are so hard to see.
the high 20s, they really get you.
Delayed offsides against the Red Foxes, which gives Pioneers to look for options and offense. Coming in the other way. Great defense. It's Woodhead again. Marist comes away with the puck. Zachary Taylor gets dumped down, but he stayed up, though. On the forecheck, Butchik trying to stay on the puck. Red Foxes couldn't keep it in. Bruno back on defense. He'll pass it to Ming-Wen Chen. Richard Williams will flip it up.
As it looks like there's some helmet issues for Kehoe as he's going to be switching back to the red bucket. That hit, it looks like probably dislodged something in his helmet. Might have been why he's a little bit slow to get up.
Pioneers bring it into the corner. Into the zone. Millmore out wide. Millmore still looking to be on the puck. Labonia looking for the clear. They can't. Opportunity here for Sacred Heart. Cantalupo. That shot never made it
Blocking
through.
his own teammate shot. Don't see that one too often.
Mercogliano on the forecheck. Now the Pioneers coming the other way. Mercogliano finishes a hit. Declan Bain will settle it down. A long-range shot wide of the net, but that's going to force Dworkowicz to cover.
Yeah, Ryan Wicker, really good skater, as I mentioned earlier, doing a good job skating with the head up as he received that pass. Looked like he definitely knew what he was going to do with the puck before he got it. He took those 2-3 strides over the red line and just floated it on in and caused a stoppage of play, giving Marist an offensive zone draw.
Stoneman had the win, but nobody was there for the Red Foxes. And now it's Molitero the other way. The shot is saved. The rebound is there. And another big save by Derrico.
Yeah, amazing save by Derrico there, knowing to come out of his crease, though, to give no chance to the Sacred Heart shooter.
Big opportunity there for Sacred Heart. Looking to break the ice first. Offensive zone faceoff win for the Pioneers. A long shot.
Definitely. Shot blocking is going to be crucial this game, as it is proven in the first 19 minutes of this contest. Shots are 15-10 in Sacred Heart's favor.
Another long range shot. That one was clearly seen all the way through, but yet Sacred Heart, another try. They'll send it down low.
Derrico attempting to make the glove save there to get the stoppage, unable to control that one.
Martirano, one-on-one. He's got Bruno to his right. He'll give it to him, but a great defensive play by Dylan Stiles.
Yeah, that was a good stick. He was able to get that extra step on Bruno and extend it as Marciano made that pass. Good defensive instinct.
Dragan dispossessed of the puck with 35 to go in this first frame. Lifts it up. Looking for Bruno, who didn't get there. Sent right back in. Martirano's on the chase.
It kind of looked like the look of the white helmet with the white uniforms on Braden Kehoe right there.
I am looking at that too. That is very nice look. Here comes Stoneman the other way. He's going to try 1 on 3. Now 2 on 3. A shot, and that was deflected high. Zachary Taylor with a great opportunity. Under 10 to go.
Good job by Thomas Franozo to step in front of the shooter's lane there. So I was also about to say before I got cut off by that shot there, I think the Jersey matchup tonight is very beautiful. The Sacred Heart in gray and then Marist in white.
They have the exact same, their little stripes. They're the same, except just different color.
I wonder if they got it from the same manufacturer.
A long-range shot. That got through. Another opportunity. Puck is loose in the zone, and Pioneers clear. And that'll do it for the first period.
Yeah, that's a really strong start from Marist right there. Really taking a page out of Sacred Heart's book. Taking that shot from the point through traffic. Good job, good start from Marist. I'm excited to see what they're going to do in the second period.
Well, that's all we have. Period action, it's 0-0, and we will be back with you here in the second period next. We welcome you back here to Poughkeepsie, New York for the second period action. No goals recorded there in period number 1.
Yeah, strong start from Marist. I like their defensive play there. It's probably one of their best 20 minutes defensively all year long, and as well as yesterday. So really the next question is, how can they continue? So far, they haven't been able to string together 60 straight minutes of good hockey, but tonight it's been feeling like it's in the cards.
Yeah, well, this second period here, Tommy, is very important. As you said, in last night's game against Rowan, they had a really, really good first period, and maybe the best of the season that they've had in any period. Here comes the Pioneers the other way.
Yeah,
they never got a shot off.
Great stick by Shen there, able to use his long reach to get in there. Yeah, like you were saying, Nick, it was their best period. That period yesterday was also really, earlier today, their first period, very, very strong. I like how they've been playing so far. I think they have a good chance for the rest of the night. Just all depends on how it plays out.
Yeah, and this second period is really, really important, especially the way that this game has been played by both goaltenders on either side and defensively. Not a lot of opportunities, but when they do get opportunities, they're really good ones. So whoever breaks the ice here first, it's really important. As Derrico, another long-range save.
Yeah, just their defense definitely. I haven't been able to look at the numbers, but I definitely think their shot share is very high from the defense. Strong start so far from Marist, a little bit in their own end, but I hope they can turn things around.
Red Foxes get a defensive zone face-off win, but Kwong lost the puck. It's the Pioneers now. Along the boards. Stevens looking to get there. Pioneers still control in the offensive zone. Another shot around the boards. Nobody there in gray. It's Marist first. James Stevens will chip it out, but Pioneers send it right back in. Delayed offsides gives Kehoe a little bit of time, and he'll send it up. Mortorano was not looking for the puck, and we got another offsides.
It's going to be face-off all the way down there because the pass came from closest to that dot. So that's the ruling, the closest face-off dot from where the pass was made. Is the captain Wallace is having a discussion with the ref about maybe changing the face-off circle, but the linesman is staying adamant with it. Marist needs to kind of pick it a little bit up in the neutral zone. It feels like there hasn't been too much movement there in the neutral zone. Haven't been able to control it. The passes have been a little less crisp. As right there, now unable to control it from boot check.
Robert Soon is going to take a cross check from Butchick, and there's going to be a delayed penalty against Marist. Butchick is going to touch up, and he's going to be the one going to the box early on.
His second penalty of the game here. Going to be getting a cross check or a high sticking call is what the official call is. Marist so far 6 for 6 on the weekend for the penalty kill. Been doing a really good strong Sean Bruno off of the start of the last one with an immediate clear here. Hopefully things can repeat.
Well, this is big here because the Red Foxes started off this period slow, and big opportunity for the Pioneers to get up one.
Yeah, but a good penalty kill can immediately put all the juice going towards the Killers as Taylor there clears that puck.
That's a great single-handedly played play there.
Yeah, Marist right now, they have a lot of really good individual plays. What's been killing them all season long is their struggle to kind of play as a team. There's a little bit of bursts and sprints of where they really gel well with all 4 lines, but so far they've been gelling well together, so it's a good sign of things to come.
Pioneers looking to enter the zone. They finally do with a minute and a half left. Now they'll look to set up.
The bench calling for a little bit of an offside as the puck bounced on the blue line there.
Across the ice looking for James O'Toole. James O'Toole will go behind the net.
And right now, SHU loves those long east to west passes.
O'Toole, the shot deflected wide. Sacred Heart right back on the puck. Send it back to the point. Matt Coggin retrieves the puck again. He'll send it across. In front, the shot, a big save. Derrico, the puck is loose, and the Red Foxes are able to clear.
Yeah, there might have been bodies up in front, but Derrico was understanding of where that guy was up in the high slot, and he also recognized.
Great play now. Richard Williams looking for the shot. That one deflected, never got through. Bruno on the puck. A one-timer shot. Just missed the net.
Yeah, good job by Taylor, able to open up and get his forehand to that one-timer.
Taylor looking to just send it in off of the stick of Thomas Franzosa. And now the Pioneers looking to come the other way. 2-on-2 now. Alexander Walsh will let one rip, never made it through. Good block by Zachary Taylor.
Yeah, Zachary Taylor, he's one of those defense-first forwards that Marist really relies on when it comes to these defensive situations.
Another shot, another save by Derrico. Time winding down on the power play. Under 3 to go. A one-timer from the point. That one deflected wide.
Yes.
Mingwen Shen looking for the clear. He'll flip it on to Derrico, and Derrico's
Really
forced to cover.
Good penalty kill there. They're able to get into that diamond formation and really make it a little tight one there, not allowing too many chances to get through, and Derrico missing a couple of great stops, getting sticks in shooting lane and sticks in passing lanes. A little bit of a discourse with the referee after, between Richie Williams and Sean Bruno. Wasn't really able to catch what started that one.
Stoneman with a face-off win in the defensive zone. Mingwen Shen look to play it up and out. It's going to go all the way down. Race for the puck is freshman Declan Bain. Took an odd deflection off the boards. Kehoe was not able to keep it in. It's going to be offsides. Very, very close play.
Just barely able to keep it in, as Declan Bain didn't even have enough time to react. He thought it was onside. So Kehoe's gotten his helmet back after the team was able to make a quick fix in the locker room.
Red Foxes looking to keep it in. Stoneman dispossesses the puck. A long-range shot by Stevens and a blocker save. And now the Pioneers clear it out. Race for the puck. That one is going to be just icing.
Yeah. Almost there when Stevens broke off. Thought that defender was going to be able to get a couple extra strides on Wicker, but he was not able to, as Wicker was able to close that one out and secure the icing.
Stoneman looking for another face-off win. He doesn't get it. Sacred Heart controls. Trying to get it the other way. William Martin in. A good move. William Martin still on the puck, going all the way around. A center one in front, but nobody's there. And the puck will clear the zone. Sacred Heart right back on it. Jackson McLaughlin just got crushed. Now Declan Bain to Satera. The shot, that one never made it through. And someone just got tackled.
Yeah, it looks like it's Bain who's down. He's not going to be, he's going to feeling it a little bit. Got hit in the neck, possibly. As Milmore is going to head to the box. It's a little shaken up there. He's all fine. He's going to be able to go to the bench. Wasn't really able to tell as everything just happened so fast there, but he's going to be able to get checked out by the medical trainer.
He definitely got landed on him. I just don't know where.
I think it might have been his shoulder is what it's looking like, or his hand. Oh, it looks like he's bleeding from the mouth is what it looks like. So they're trying to see if they can possibly get a double minor here, as in the NHL, if there's a high sticking and there's blood drawn, it's an immediate double minor.
Well, I totally forgot that there was going to be a power play for the Red Foxes. And yeah, you make a very good point that Declan Bain is bleeding. But there's going to be nothing extra to it, which is very surprising because that is the rule.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be one of those NHL rules or higher level rules, and the ACHA hasn't adopted it yet.
Mingwen Shen will drop it back for Richard Williams.
Yeah, Marist getting their first opportunity.
Mingwen Shen slow to get up after he took a hit.
Yeah, that might have just reacted aggravated his injury from earlier in the season that caused him to miss a couple of games. Be a real unfortunate miss for them if he's out too, as injuries have in the last 20 seconds.
Red Foxes a one-timer off the stick of Bruno. Stoneman behind the net. Looking for options. Here's Bruno. Bruno up top. Looking for options. He'll send it down, a shot off the glass. Richie Williams on the puck. Sacred Heart trying to get control. Stoneman on it. Stoneman on his long range shot, and they score. A very tough angle, and Stoneman stays hot.
Yeah, that's one of those shots right there that's quality. We're able to find the open slot or the open shooting spot and hammer that one in for his 7th goal of the season. What a play and a player that Tyler Stoneman is. Also, again, good job on Marist to not give up when that puck was in the corner, able to battle back for it. Power play now 1 for 1. They've been incredibly successful this season so far. Special teams hasn't really been the issue for Marist.
Well, the Red Foxes draw first blood here on the power play. As we're going to delay because it still says that they are on the power play, so we're going to get that sorted out.
Maybe just having a little bit of an issue as the McCann scoreboard's never quite been too helpful.
Here we go, center zone face-off. Kehoe controls. Stevens back to Kehoe. Playing it up for Fragoso to Convoy. He'll send it in. Huang in on the forecheck. Fragoso with a good hit. Stevens looking to keep it in. Sacred Heart. Marty Wicker keeps it in. Excuse me, Ryan Wicker.
Yeah, don't mix him up for his brother. I mean, we did the same thing with the Martrianos as well, and it wouldn't blame you. They also look deadly alike, both of the Wickers.
That is going to be a hooking penalty, and the Red Foxes are going to go right back onto the power play.
After a quick strike, they're immediately sending out that same group after a quick rest. Why not let the hot hand ride?
Well, let's see if Marist can double down here on power plays and power play opportunities.
So far, 1 for 1, obviously. Getting their second chance to operate tonight as O'Sullivan head to the box for hooking.
So Stoneman out there with Bruno. Red Foxes look to control.
That was also Tyler Stoneman's 4th power play goal. He has 6 on the season. He's been an absolute animal on the power play. He said it's because of all the open ice he has. He's able to be a little bit more technical with his skills.
Red Foxes going to look to control on their own end. Stevens lost the puck. Pioneers trying to get onto it. Stoneman, a long-range shot. Gloved by Dworkowitz.
Well, a good shot there I like from Stoneman. It kind of gives him that immediately offensive zone faceoff as Lobianco is telling to keep that power play unit out there. And also now Braden Kehoe looks to be getting checked out by the medical trainer. He's been working hard today.
Stoneman, another face-off win. Stevens at the point. Here's Bruno from the shot, and it hits the slot and hit the post.
Yeah, good feed there by Richie. He looked at the shot. He looked at the net there to fake a shot and then fed it on over to Bruno. Was able to take a couple extra strides. So that one bounces over his stick.
Sacred Heart Pioneers able to clear with 1 minute left on the power play, and the same group is still going to stay out there. Stoneman, long range pass. That's going to be too far. Race for the puck. And they're going to call for an icing.
James Stevens disagrees. It's also going to keep that same group out there. They would have liked to change, but unfortunately they can't due to the icing. Debating a little bit as if Sacco was able to get out in time, but they say he was not, trying to sneak a quick pass by. So Richie skates on out there to get set for the face-off.
Wow.
Sean Bruno's going to have some words with O'Toole after a little bit of a slash there. Fans are letting him hear it too, not happy with that one.
Well, now this is a matchup to watch, those two. James O'Toole and Sean Bruno.
Yeah, there's going to be some fire starters. Bruno with the captain, knowing he can give it to the ref and get away with it.
A short-handed opportunity for the Pioneers. But now the Red Foxes get it up. It's going to force Dworkowicz to cover.
Now Marist can get that second power play unit out there as they were getting a little bit gassed there. Tyler Stoneman's going to stay on out. Actually, no, he's going to go for a change. Baines now taking his first step on the ice after that mouth injury.
Maybe Declan Bain can pay it back to the Pioneers with a goal here.
That'd be very poetic.
Cleared away, race for the puck the other way. James O'Toole couldn't get there. Derrico played it well. Martirano and Satera collide, and now here's Sacco. Sacco to Satera. Play it up, deflected in. Martirano on the race for the puck. He will get there first.
Hey, he's a very strong skater. Lobianco is a big fan of his game.
With 10 seconds to play, Derrico will play to Satera, who goes down on a knee. Declan Bain trying to clear it out. Now back in, Nick Drogan. Dispossessed, Marist comes the other way. Looking for Martirano.
Back to even strength now.
Pioneers now controlling their own zone. Long pass, never got to the stick. Into the middle of the ice. A little sloppy play by both teams. Can't find the sticks of one another. Sacco will play it back. It came back to him, and now a turnover. Pioneers. A shot. That one deflected. Trying to center the puck, bouncing in front of Derrico. Now cleared to the corner. Alexander Walsh, the awkward shot, and the rebound opportunity was there, but not finished.
Good job on Marist to really stick to it right there, making sure there's not really good chances.
The other way, here comes Franzoa. Takes a lick. Takes another lick by Mercogliano.
Mercogliano is getting an interference call there. He's going to hear it from getting surrounded by Pioneers. Marist now hoping to keep their power play 3-3 as Shu's going to be attempting to break even here.
Sean Bruno controls off the faceoff. Come the other way, short-handed. Good play by him to take some time off of the clock.
Yeah, he's been a really good penalty killer this year, especially he had that really good clear at the start in the first opportunity, and then all game long he's been killing strong.
Sacred Heart control, sharp angle shot off the outside of the post. Marist looking to clear. Deflected off the stick, but not out. A cross-ice pass, never made it through, and it bounces out of the zone.
That pass right there is intended for Desmarius.
Big hit by Bruno, and he gives him a look.
Yeah, I think Bruno very quickly might become the Pioneers' least favorite Marist player.
And the Red Foxes now able to clear. Bruno now comes off the ice, switching with Tyler Stoneman. Pioneers coming in. A long shot that's high and wide. Zachary Taylor looking to get on the puck. Sacred Heart's on it. William Martin across ice, a big save, Derrico.
Yeah, this Sacred Heart team does a really good job at doing east to west puck movement on the power play. They're big fans of it. With Derrico, he's not letting that bother him at all.
30 to go on the Pioneer power play. Up to the point. Bad pass, and Stoneman able to clear with a broken stick on the ice.
Yeah, unfortunate for Martin there as he goes to take the shot and his stick breaks.
Another good defensive play by Marist. Rolls on to Dworkowicz. He'll play it.
Yeah, they've been doing a really good job against sticks in lanes and not disrupting Sacred Heart's flow all period long. Is right there, Stoneman again messes up a pass.
Walsh into the zone. He'll drop it back. Marist with another clear, and the power play is over. A great kill by the Red Foxes.
Yeah, really great kill. Is now Baines just right there coming off of the bench after he switched with Mercogliano. Now he's crashing the net.
Puck will be played down Woodhead. Send it up for Satera. He turns it over. Sacred Heart looking to put on a move. That was James O'Toole. Still on the puck, trying to center, but the only person there was Chris Satera from the Red Foxes. Now they come back the other way. Declan Bain trying to go between the legs.
It would have been a little nifty. There was just too many bodies there to attempt that move.
Well, James O'Toole still on the puck. Bring it all the way to the point. Send it back down. Matthew Gandolfo on the puck for the Pioneers. Puts on the brakes. Looking for options. Now bring it back up to the point. Another long-range shot. That one was blocked by Satera. Pioneers looking to go in the zone again. Dispossessed of the puck. Didn't know what he was going to do with it. Maxwell Brown on the puck. And Marist looking to come the other way. Kyle Butchick will just dump it in. Red Foxes looking for a change. Puck played the other way, going 1-on-3. He'll just go behind the net, a power move, and Derrico turns that one aside. Sacred Heart able to keep it in to the boards. Quick passing, that pass though, out of the zone.
Yeah, good job by Bobby Labonia there. He's getting a good minutes so far. He's been really strong in his shifts.
That one is going to be played for icing. It's going to go back the other way.
Because now Sacred Heart is not going to be allowed to change. These refs are on top of it right now.
Pioneers control off the face-off. 2-on-2, back the other way now. Nick Drogan lost the puck. Fragoso played it all the way down. Icing is going to be waved off. Kehoe, that's going to be offsides, as Fragoso never got back to the blue line.
Yeah, Coach Lobianco not really happy with that call, and same with Kehoe. They thought they were able to stop it from crossing the blue line.
That one's going to be played out of play.
Yeah, really almost hit our cameraman, Tommy Mullen. I don't think he would have even saw it coming.
I don't think he know what happened right now. He was
No, I don't
down.
think he did. He didn't. Just not paying attention whatsoever. A real liability, could have gotten nailed right in the head. Sean Bruno still getting it from O'Toole after at the start of that face-off.
O'Toole playing a little bit dirty, as it seems like, and the Mayor's bench does not like it. Up the other way, looking for Martirano. That one was too far. He beats out the icing.
Marciano, really good skater there, able to beat out that icing.
That one could have been called for tripping, but Bruno played the puck first.
Yeah, O'Toole not happy with that call. He's going to be floating a little back. Hopefully Stevens recognizes it.
In front, looking for Bruno. The puck bounced up high. Into the mixer, Martirano looking for the puck, and Sacred Heart comes away. James O'Toole. That one's going to be called for a penalty as Pioneers come in and a big save by Derrico.
Braden Kehoe's going to go to the box for tripping. That's one of those calls that you could let slide because he hit puck first, but these refs are not going to allow it. Kehoe doesn't really have too much contest with it either. Maybe would have liked it not to go his way, but he's not going to fight and say it wasn't a call.
Well, another chance for Sacred Heart to tie it here on the power play.
Now Sean Bruno shotting it on over with O'Toole.
He's still going at him too, O'Toole.
Yeah, that's a little ballsy from O'Toole to give it to.
I think he tried to make him flinch.
Push like that. Yeah,
I think he tried to make him flinch, and Bruno flinched, and then O'Toole was pointing at him. So the rivalry between these two continues.
Brewing. It is brewing, and it's. I think it's going to spill over at one point as this game goes on. Marist now looking to continue their success in the penalty kill on their 4th attempt.
Marist wins another face-off. They've been doing that very well this period.
Yeah, the face-offs definitely have turned up. Players making a little bit more keen, maybe figuring out the little minute details that the ref does just before he drops the puck, giving them the upper edge.
Great job by Stoneman on the back check. Able to give his team the clear with 1.5 minutes to go now. Jackson Cantalupo skating up with it. Cantalupo will drop it back. Outside of the circle. To the point. Robert Sun. Across ice and another save by Derrico. Rebound was there and cleared by the Red Foxes.
Yeah, good pad save right now. Lobianco stressing to his players to keep up that good work as they get a little bit of a change.
Pioneers now with an opportunity to come in the zone. Jake Desmarius. Looking, ascended in front, and they score! They roof it for a power play goal, and the game is tied.
Yeah, Desmarius, good zone entry on him, able to glide on into this outside. Demaris pushed him out there. Unfortunately, just did not see the goal scorer, Martin, right in front of the net.
William Martin with a beautiful shot, but really set up by Jake Desmarius, going from one side to the other.
Yeah, unfortunate for Marist. Had a really good penalty kill all game long, and it still was a good kill attempt there. Just unfortunately, if you just take 4 penalties in a game at one point, the other team's going to figure out how you click on the power play, or the penalty kill, I should say. It's all about how Marist responds right now. They've done a good job at kind of staying on top of it. Just need to make sure this is just a 1-goal effort here from Sacred Heart and able to stay composed.
Back to square one now, late in period number 2 in Poughkeepsie, New York at McCann Ice Arena. Coming the other way. That's William Martin, the recent goal scorer for the Pioneers. Setting it back up. Here's a breakaway. William Martin, a shot to save Derrico. Looking for a second of the period, second in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, that would have been a really good opportunity. Good job on him to recognize he had a little bit of some time and space and just start driving towards the net like that.
That shot hit the stick of Cantalupo, which delays the icing. And there's going to be delayed penalty.
Yeah, he was a little bit late to call that penalty, too. He waited
was
a little bit. You kind of saw a little bit of the reaction from Wicker as he got up right away. It's going to be called boarding on Milmore.
Nicholas Milmore to the box. Not happy.
Yeah, hopefully Marist is going to be their opportunity here to kind of put the things back in their favor here on this power play opportunity. Hopefully they capture their second of the game.
Things are getting real physical now out here, which is why the refs are now starting to call the penalties to keep the game composed here,
Yeah,
Tommy.
as an official, you kind of have to really start hammering it down. They were letting them play earlier, but once players kind of will take it once you kind of let them play, so you need to make sure it stays composed and keep players' safety at the core value.
Pioneers with an early clear. Richard Williams, the first line power play, back on the ice here. Here's Stoneman, the lone goal scorer for the Red Foxes. A bad pass almost sent the Pioneers the other way. It bounced over the stick of Nick Drogan.
Richie Williams was back there, though. He might have been a little bit off to the side, but I think he would have been able to close the gap in time and stop that from being a good chance, especially with Derrico in net.
Stoneman will send it in. It took an odd bounce off the boards, but gave it right to the Pioneers. Stoneman on the puck. Stoneman with time. Send it, looking for the deflection, and they score! Zachary Taylor, what a deflection!
Yeah, really good shot from Stoneman at the point there on that little dump and change. That's been, or off of that dump. The dump's been really special. Zachary Taylor being able to get there. That was like a textbook tip drill.
The Red Foxes will regain the lead on the power play goal. It's 2-1.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Tommy.
Taylor capturing his 3rd goal of the season, and again, Tyler Stoneman, just a strong outing from him. That is back-to-back multi-point games from him. Marist right now really looks to him to control, as his dad's giving him a fist of approval after that, from him.
Well, now here comes the Pioneers looking for another even strength goal. Looking for another even goal to make, oh my goodness, Tommy. Looking for another goal to make it even. My goodness.
Here we go. Don't worry, I got what you were trying to say from the get-go.
Coming in, looking for a stick of the Pioneers. A long-range shot. That one got through to Derrico. Another long-range shot. Cleared away. Declan Bain on the race for the puck. He will be able to get it in, and both players take a tumble.
Yeah, he's still unable to get his stick up right there. It's going to be no call.
Sacred Heart trying to come in. Under 2 to play here in the second period. Martirano hops on the ice. He's got speed. Martirano nearly beat the icing.
Yeah, nearly. I think if he was able to, if he didn't have to come out and then down towards the puck, if he was able to just get in a straight line, I think it would have beat him out.
Absolutely. He didn't know where the puck was being sent into.
Yeah, coming off of the change, it's tough.
Martirano, as a guy who Lobianco likes to change lines, he's a guy who could play anywhere and will fit anywhere. So today, he's back down to the 3rd line. Yesterday's game, he was on the 1st line.
Yeah, but now he's also playing with Chris Sotera, so there's been a lot of line movements this game and recently. Obviously, the season has been going the Red Fox way, so Lobianco's just hoping to maybe change things up. He said he has a couple of good duos and a couple of pieces he likes, so he's just trying to figure out the right combination to add with those.
Sacred Heart with 1.5 minutes to go. Just flips on to Derrico. He'll cover.
Really good job on Marist. Lobianco also, as Nick was saying earlier, he said he had to take a punch. Sometimes you have to take a punch and give one back. Marist responding quickly to letting up that goal. As Derrico also able to brush that one off, and same with the whole team.
Pioneers looking for a late goal. Puck flooding around in the zone. Martirano will flip it up. Looking for Bruno. Martirano looking to play the puck up. Great job by Sacred Heart. Dylan Stiles will dump it back in.
Yeah, Sacred Heart, I'm going to give them credit. They have not really let up at all. Still a close game.
Turnover, the shot deflected off of the leg of what seems to be James Stevens.
And he's really laboring. He couldn't even get up there. I think it hit him right where you have no padding.
Right in the calf.
Yeah, taking a shot there is really dangerous.
I know that one stings.
Yeah, I mean, he's a warrior. This whole team is a bunch of warriors. I'm sure he's going to try his best to get back out there.
And this game, we've had 3 people get looking at by the trainer, so hopefully he'll be okay. He'll probably get looked at real quickly. But
yeah, I think it's just might be one of those. It's definitely going to be bruising by tomorrow. It's going to hurt to walk on for a little bit, but he's able to make his way off of the ice on his own with a little bit of help from the 2 captains. But he might just have to take a breather for a little bit. Luckily, the intermission is coming up, so just ice it for a little bit, elevate it, just sit on it. He's not even going to get looked at by the trainer. He's just going to sit there.
Yeah, he's not going to go to the trainer, so he seems to be okay. He'll probably sit out the rest of this 50 seconds of the period. A long-range shot deflected to the boards by Derrico. Sacred Heart not able to keep it in.
Yeah, Marist, again, all game long, been working those clears off the glass. They can be really effective at times, but also they can just allow the other team to get it and dump it right back in.
With 30 to go, Pioneers. Taken away by Stoneman. He'll look for Sotera. Stoneman back on it. Onside. Stoneman with a shot and a save.
Stoneman there, able to change his shooting angle a little bit. Looked like he was going to try to go far post, but instead kept it close pad.
Ming-Wen Shen will send it right back in. Marist offside, so they'll have to tag back up. With 6 seconds and 5, Sacred Heart will just let this one ride out. To the end of the second period, with the Red Foxes leading Sacred Heart 2-1.
Big fan of Marist's effort this period, able to, like I said, shake off that equalizer from Sacred Heart. So far being really strong, keeping on top of doing the little things right that Cole Bianco stresses.
After 2, it's a good one here, McCann Ice Arena. We will see you in 12 minutes for third period action. Third period action set to get underway. The Red Foxes looking to change the narrative. They have never beaten Sacred Heart. They're 0-8 against them.
Yeah, so far Marist having a really strong outing through the first 40. It's definitely, this third period is going to be the hardest 20 of the game, as that puck is continuously rolling along the top, as it's going to settle under the other blue line up in this roof. That was an interesting thing to see. But yeah, this team's going to have to played a great 40 so far. It's going to be coming down to this last 20. Sacred Heart's going to be giving it all, as this is their last game of the week, or their only game of the weekend, I should say. So they're going to make sure they give it to Marist, make sure they know Marist came off of a game last night, so they're going to be a little bit more tired than them.
Here's Stoneman looking for the puck. Drop it back to Taro. That one fluttered on net. Now Sacred Heart. With an opportunity was Declan Bain. Richie Williams on the chase for the puck against James O'Toole. He's a name that was said quite often in the second period.
Look for him in Bruno. They might be going at it later tonight. Hopefully not for Marist's sake.
O'Toole will play it up. Marist retrieves the puck, and it's going right back to O'Toole, who's got a lot of ice time today. He's been on the ice. He might be I think he's double shifting.
Yeah,
here's what it seems like. He's been their best player by far.
They're definitely leaning on him tonight. He's been generating a lot of offensive chances. Along with this line out here, they've been on Marist all game long.
Red Foxes looking to clear. Puck to the stick of Martirano, but he never got a shot away.
Yeah.
Zach Taylor across. Martirano couldn't get a shot off again.
Yeah, good job by Walsh there to really interrupt that shooting opportunity.
O'Sullivan out wide, puts on the brakes. Sends it across to nobody. Bruno will take the puck. Send it up, looking for Martirano again, but he takes a hit.
Yeah, again, sent down to the ice by O'Sullivan, not O'Toole.
A full line change for the Red Foxes. Butchick in to the boards, he'll send it up. Mercogliano trying to play it out, they couldn't. Now Mercogliano back on the puck. Up for Butchick. Early physical third period here, as expected. Butchick with the takeaway. Along the boards, gets hit hard by two different players at two different times. And now here come the Pioneers the other way. It's Milmore. That was offsides.
Yeah, it was. They're definitely a big fan of it. They did it earlier in the first period. They liked the little cross move with the little drop pass. Got a little bit of confusion on the defenders, make them a little mixed up, thinking the other one's going to go on track the other guy crossing. Was right there, was unable to be successful as they drew an offsides.
Red Foxes look to control. Pioneers come up with it. William Martin behind the net with speed. Trying to send it to the middle. Good stick by Sacco. And now Huang sends it out.
Yeah, good job by Wong, making that transition from forward. We've been saying it all night and all weekend long. Some fans are not happy with that one not being an icing.
Dylan Stiles coming the other way. They'll dump it back down. Trying to get it to the middle. To the point. A long-range shot, and Derrico saw it all the way.
And they've been working those long-range shots all game long. Derrico able to stop that one with some ease. Derrico's having a chat with the ref right now after that one.
Red Foxes control. Send it all the way around the other way. 3-on-2 for the Red Foxes, but a bad pass by Stoneman.
So a little bit too much meat on that one as it goes out of play. The fans calling for that one to be sent all the way down, but it's just going to stay just outside of the zone, and same with Sacred Heart.
Marist with a face-off win off the referee, and Declan Bain will send it in. Stoneman on the forecheck. Sent all the way around past the skates, and it got to O'Toole. Charles DeCaro will send it all the way around again. Mingwen Shen for the Red Foxes couldn't get there. Gandolfo played it. Not kept in the zone, and the Red Foxes come the other way. Declan Bain couldn't control the puck, and Pioneers possess.
James Stevens makes his step onto the ice after being injured the end of the second period. Looks like he's going to be all set to go. The initial pain must have worn off for him. So now this line's coming back out here again of Taylor, Bruno, and Martriano. They're really relying on those two lines of the Stoneman line and then this Bruno line here.
Yeah, it's Taylor who can make the plays. Martirano, his stick is finding the puck, and this kid's got speed as well.
Then you have Sean Bruno, who does it on both sides, led the team in assists and goals last season. Just a leader on and off the ice for this team as well.
Looking for Bruno, never got to him. Kehoe will send it right back in, and the Pioneers control. Pass all the way down the ice. Good stick by the Red Foxes. And now Kehoe comes the other way. He'll flip it in. Martirano back in on the chase. Kehoe trying to settle and couldn't. O'Toole hands it off. A shot and a save. Derrico, the rebound, is loose behind the net. Derrico couldn't see it, and the Red Foxes clear.
Great job by Derrico, able to recognize he didn't have full control of that puck as he's been doing all game. When he sometimes loses control, able to know about it right away as well. Sean Bruno able to crash the net on the defensive side and hammer that one out of play, or out of danger.
And the puck will be iced against the Red Foxes.
Marist right now playing really good in all three zones. The neutral zone, they started off a little slow there, picked it back up. Offensive zone, it's been going great. Defensively, I think has been their best aspect of this game.
Pioneers look to control. Butchick didn't know where the puck was, and now the Pioneers got it. Butchick will finish the hit. Across, Mercogliano will send it up to Butchick with Labonia. In between the skates of Labonia. Sacred Heart has it, looks to clear, and O'Toole is tripped up, and there's going to be a penalty.
I do not think Ryan Wicker got a stick on him there. I think he might have just lost his own edging, as Wicker's going to go to the box for 2 for tripping.
Well, now it's an opportunity for Sacred Heart to retie the game.
They scored on their last power play here, looking to make it back-to-back power play goals. Marist hoping to only allow 1 penalty or power play goal this game. There's also Barry Labonia looking to be checking out his neck, might have taken a high hit.
Big face-off here to the right of Derrico. Pioneers control. Cross, Mac Gogan. Mac will send it down. Back to him at the point. Sent over to Robert Mildolfo. Gogan. On his stick again. Moliterno. Pioneers looking for options. They'll dump it down. Still on the puck. Send one in front. The shot. And it went over the net. Derrico sprawled.
So he's looking for it right now, as now he's able to find it.
O'Toole behind the net. Cross. Moliterno. Good deflection by Stoneman, but the puck is kept in. Moliterno down low. O'Toole up to the top with a shot. The shot missed the net. Mac Goggin. Saterno. Good fight along the boards, trying to get the puck out.
They're just
Still
really
trying, and the Red Foxes
battling.
finally do.
Really battling for that one as it gets cleared now. 40 seconds left in this power play. We're going to have a whistle here as a Pioneer is going to go to the box for slashing. It's going to be Alexander Walsh going for 2. Going to be 4-on-4 hockey for 37. These players love 4-on-4 hockey. They're able to really take advantage of the open ice they have, kind of think about the play a little bit more as there's just 2 extra guys off of the ice.
Now, I didn't see what happened because the puck was on the other side. Did you see what happened there,
I did
Tommy?
not. No, I think it might have just been what was happening down there at the little battle on the boards, a little bit of a slash that the ref called.
Well, so we got some 4-on-4 hockey. Kehoe with a floater, and he's going to play it. Dworkowitz. But the Red Fox is able to keep it in.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that type of shot there from Kehoe. You know, coaches always stress you get pucks on net. You never know if you could catch a goalie sleeping.
Now into the zone are the Pioneers. Back the other way are the Red Foxes. James Stevens. Sharp angle shot. That one got through.
Yeah, that one hit in the back side of the post.
Red Foxes send it down. Pioneers control. Power play time is up. So now the Red Foxes will be on the power play. Stoneman on the forecheck. That puck was deflected and out of play.
Looks like General Manager Randy Holbutt's going to collect that puck and throw it back on the ice. He does a whole lot for this program. Really inspirational guy, allowing this media side of things to improve. He's doing a great job for the off the ice and giving amazing stuff to the players too. Since he's made the transition from general manager last year, he's really taken this program up in the right way.
Taking hard controls but couldn't get it out. Richie Williams to the point. One-timer across and a big save by Dworkowitz.
Yeah, good shot there by Shen. They're really trying, this game especially, they've been working the power play. One time is a little bit more. Seen them have 2 guys on each side on their forehand, able to rip a one-timer at any time. So Marist is now officially on the power play for the next 40 seconds.
Mingwen Shen back to playing defense again. Stoneman, risky pass back to Shen, who's going to go coast to coast to the offensive zone. Mingwen Shen will dump it in. He's going to go chase it again. Here's Stoneman. Final 20. Zachary Taylor now on the puck. Looking for options. Zachary Taylor.
Yeah, he's one of those players that...
Shen with a shot, and that one never got through. A big block.
Taylor's one of those players that likes to move off the puck. You never see him sitting in the same spot once. He'll give a feed and he'll immediately get to the open ice.
A shot from Bruno. That one went well wide. He was looking for the deflection.
Yeah, both Richie and Taylor gave their own attempts at it respectively.
It'll be icing against the Pioneers with 10.5 to go here in the third period.
Yeah, Marist really doing a good job. SHU not really letting them take this win, but Marist doing a good job at standing strong and making sure they can give themselves the best chance to come away with a win tonight.
Pioneers control in their own zone. Martirano. Now it's all the way back to Sacco. He'll play it up. Dylan Stiles will send it back in. Pioneers on it first. Loose on the side of the net. Out of the point. Stiles, a deflected shot, steered away by Derrico. Trying to send one in front, Satara takes it away. He's with Martirano and Declan Bain with a long-range shot that hit the glove of Dworkowitz. Oh, and did the glass just come out?
Yes, it did. It looks like, oh my, this is going to be a possible delay.
It's going to be a long delay. Wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen that often.
I have seen videos of that, Tommy.
I
have
haven't
never seen that in person.
No, I have seen the glass break in person a couple of times, but I have not seen it come off of the net or out of the wall bearings like that and not even shatter. Because it also looks like there's some on the ice. What a powerful hit that was.
Well, our cameraman is now over there. Shout out to Tommy Mullen.
Yeah, he's flipping the camera to himself right now. He's giving himself a little bit of a vlog, it looks like. Can we get a shot on him there?
So now the general manager, Randy Hurlbutt,
Peeking over the boards.
we're going to figure out something to do here. There's under 10 to play in the final period. My goodness.
Oh, wow. Once he rotates it, you really see the full scale of what happened to it. It's pretty interesting. Are they just going to play with no pain? Old school style, keep it short boards?
Yeah, there is no fans over there, so it's not like you're protecting anything. I could see that possibility because you don't really want a long delay here.
No, you don't. As it's 6:30 here at the McCann Ice. I mean, be unfortunate if someone got hit into the boards and then toppled right on over. Yeah, they might have to. I'm curious what the move is. I'm not too aware as it looks like they're going to be sending out some of the grounds crew here to sweep up the bones off of the skeleton of that glass.
Well, our own cameraman, Tommy Mullen, is recording something. It looks like he's pointing
Yeah,
it
he's
at
looking
us.
at us right now.
So we'll give him a little payback with our cameraman, Brandon Paul.
Little
Is he zoomed in on Tommy Mullen over there? We're going to have a little camera battle. He is zooming in over there.
They're getting a little bit of a. He looks like he's trying to get more zoomed in on us.
As we just have to find a way to fill time here. So why not fill time with a little fun?
Yeah, Marist right now, the face-off looks like it's going to be moved out of the zone. Who knows how long this could take.
They definitely have more glass panes somewhere. Or a piece of wood.
A piece of wood?
No, that's not a piece of wood.
I can't tell.
Is it a?
It's something. We're going to figure it out as it gets revealed to the fans, too. But it looks like it's too large to fit there. They're going to have to do some quick cutting. This is intriguing to see what's going to happen next.
We got to give a handheld mic to Tommy Mullen. Anything like this
Yeah.
happens, we just throw it over to him. And
Little rink side reporter.
yeah.
So the refs are getting some water as they actually both decline it. I remember I playing at a rink when I was growing up. Oh! Man down. We might have to get the trainer out there as the whole entire crowd let out a collective ooh.
And so did we.
Everyone did. I think that is Randy's brother or cousin. Unsure about that, but hopefully he's all right. Look, he got up pretty quickly. Put his cap back on as they're sliding this in. Remember growing up at my the Sono ice rink, South Norwalk. There was for a while, one of the glass panes broke, and they just put a wood board there, and it was like that for 2 years. I think it might have been a backlog on rink glass.
Were you about to say ice house?
I was very.
Imagine living in an ice house. That would be so cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
You think it's cold, but it would be warm.
I think it would be incredibly cold. Although, like, what are you gonna do once it reaches over 30? Once it's 50 degrees, your whole home is gone. You're homeless. Yeah, this camera person, Brandon Paul, just said it's not fitting.
We should upgrade him to sideline reporter. Sideline reporter Brandon Paul. Should we give him a promotion tonight?
We should.
He's a great cameraman.
Doing a great job. The whole entire media team as a whole. Might as well take this moment to shout
Yeah, there we
everyone
go.
out.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have Thomas Mansfield on production, Tommy Mullen on camera, Brandon Paul on the main camera, and then we also have, not here today, but other color commentator, Patrick Cipher. He does a really good job, and PA announcer, David Troger. Really good job all around. The media side of things has taken a great step. And thank you to all the fans who are staying along with us as Tommy Mullins making his way on over here. He's leaving his post. As well, outside of the rink, make sure you guys tune into our Frozen Foxes episodes that we release every other week. Last one recapped the last 4 games and previewed the Rowan game last night and this game today. I had a beautiful interview with Chris Cetera. Tommy.
Well, now we have Tommy. Can we give Tommy Mullen a mic?
Yeah.
Brandon, give Tommy Mullen the mic and have him tell us what happened.
Just give us a second as we get the mic switched out.
This is sideline cameraman Tommy Mullen. Got to take his AirPods out.
Just had a beautiful interview with Jonathan Marciano the other day. Struggling
to get the headphones on.
First time you ever put a mic on, bud?
Here he is.
Tommy Mullen here joining us for this brief delay here as the Zambonis coming back out for whatever reason, confused there. Tommy, what did you see down there?
What the heck happened?
I just saw it break. I don't really know exactly what happened. All I know is that I looked over there and that the glass was just on the ice. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was maybe one of the billboards down there on the boards. But I just saw it break, and
did you get a video of it at least, or no?
I don't think I got a video of it like happening in the moment, but I got a lot of videos afterwards, plus some vlogs.
Were you able to catch any of the discussion that they're having down there by chance? Are you too far away?
I'm a little too far away. Couldn't overhear. Did not overhear what they were talking about. But hopefully they can get this delay done soon. I don't know why the Zamboni's down there.
It's probably just going to quickly clean up all of the glass that might have fallen on those little micro shards, or they're trying to get at the position in the right spot. I think this is the first time McCann Ice Arena has dealt with
they're going to use it to stand on.
Wow,
that is incredibly innovative. You'd think this was an Audi dealership.
This might be a first in the history of Marist Red Foxes hockey.
And the Red
I don't
Fox
think
hockey
about
team,
ever.
they
This
like
team's
that.
been-
They're giving them stick taps for it.
Yeah,
That is a very smart move.
This
There we
is
go.
exactly what Marist would love. You know, we're very innovative here at Marist University. Big shout out to all the resources they've been giving us. Really great team effort here as the players right now are trying to stay juiced. Everyone has cleared the bench except a few players. Tyler Stoneman taking a seat.
This is big for both teams. This is a good reason and a bad reason to do this. One, the players get rested, but two,
You
if
lose
rest
all
two-
the momentum.
yeah.
Right now, this 10 minutes is going to be like the first 10. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the game pans out here. Hopefully, Marist can stay on top of their play. So really trying to figure it out here. It's taking a full team effort.
That's what Marist needs to do in the last 9 minutes and 47 seconds.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Full team effort.
Tommy, what do you think about going out to the door there, just getting a couple player interviews out there while they're on the ice?
Should I do that?
Please
Why not?
no.
Then I'd have to call them all over, though. And then I'd be like, yo.
No,
like,
you
come
walk
on.
out to them. You use
Oh,
your 2
walk
feet,
out
walk
on
on
the
over.
ice?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Nah.
I think meant behind the glass. Just go walk over and just start talking to one of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the managers are a little bored here too. Same with Cameron Nisi. They're all just on her phone.
This is some delay.
Yeah, and now they're taking the glass down. I think they realize this isn't gonna work, and we're gonna have to figure out something else. Hopefully, the footing and the traction on top of the Zamboni is stable enough for.
That gentleman who is up there.
Yeah, I unfortunately do not know his name. Wish I did to give him a shout out for his hard work, but
I hope he
Tommy
gets
Mansfield
a
just came
standing
up
ovation
behind
after
me.
this. Does our producer Tommy Mansfield want to say something?
actually, before we give the mic over to Thomas Mansfield, Tommy, why don't you tell us a little bit about your interview with Jonathan Marciano?
I had a great interview with Jonathan Marciano, a 5-minute interview for Chris Rivietto's class. We talked about his brother being on the team. We talked about how he got into hockey as a kid. He was the captain of his hockey team back in high school in Mahopac. And, yeah, he's having a solid season so far. Talked about the games that were in the past couple weekends, and talked about what was coming up this weekend. Fortunately, they took the loss yesterday, but hopefully they can hang on here.
Yeah, I think they could. And now we're going to hand it on over to producer Thomas Mansfield, see what he
All
has
right.
to say.
Yes, if you guys didn't know, we have 3 Tommies. My partner, Tommy Berry.
Tommy.
Yes, 3 different Tommies. So here is the voice of
Oh, they got another glass. They got another piece of glass they're bringing on over.
Here's Tommy Mansfield. What do you got to say, Tommy?
Hello, I'm the third Tommy. I was producing this game that has been delayed. Quite the delay here.
Yeah, it's now the ref is sweeping away all the water, making sure that area's not just a puddle and pucks can get through there, spreading the love around to that face-off circle.
I respect the Zamboni decision to stand on the Zamboni. That took guts.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have done that, but
that took guts.
it's a good move. What do you?
I think it was very smart.
Yeah.
I thought it was. We had no
Very
idea
smart,
what they were
but
coming
also
out
very
for.
dangerous.
Yeah, Tommy, what have you been seeing from the Red Foxes that you like in this game?
They are, at the first period, they weren't really able to consistently keep the puck in Sacred Heart's zone, but this period and the second period, they have been able to do that. In the early going, they stayed out of penalty trouble. They've had a couple here, a couple silly ones, but they've been able to ward off the shoe attack. So that's why we're looking at a 2-1 scorecard and hoping that they can hang on.
And we're going to change things around to the behind the scenes. You're the director for the Frozen Foxes show and the producer here tonight. Have you been enjoying it? Tell us a little bit about your experiences.
Yeah, I've been loving it. Latest episode came out yesterday, fully edited.
Where can we find that show, Mr. Mansfield?
It's on this very YouTube channel that you're watching this live stream.
This very YouTube channel,
Yes.
so easy to find. We put so much effort into the show every week.
Had some nice interviews with forward Chris Cetera. He had a hat trick the other night. We discussed that. We covered the Pink the Rink game, biggest game of the year always.
That's a very meaningful game.
But yeah, I've been directing, I've been editing, and
yeah, you've been getting some really good highlights. Tommy Mullen's been having some good highlights.
Yep.
Been doing a really good job. It's a whole team effort. Zach Taylor's having a little bit of some words with his dad right now. Looks like he might have just handed him his stick. That's the goal-scoring stick. He might just want his dad to keep it.
I think hockey parents are so cool just because they're so involved,
They're
like
so
in a good
dedicated.
way.
I think
They know
compared to
everything
other
what's
sports,
going on.
they're way more dedicated. They know I think they also know the game overall better than any other sports fans.
And they love nothing more than their kid. They'll stand up for them in every single chance that they get.
I think if Zach Taylor got cross-checked from behind, his dad would run onto the ice.
I think he'd break the panel like the one over that we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
Jump through.
So what I don't get is they first tried to use just a piece of wood to fill it in.
Realized
But
that
now they're
didn't
going to
work.
use a piece of glass, but they got to measure first.
Unless I think they might be measuring out the piece of wood to cut down. Also,
I think they should just play without the glass, but I know it is dangerous.
That would be quite dangerous.
goaltender Michael Dorkowitz is hitting the Qui-Gon Jinn move in the Star Wars movie. Devon Levy also uses that move. A good situation, as they say, to kind of get their composure right now, and especially in a moment like this. Get a lot of time. You got to stay focused. It keeps them calm, keeps them composed.
Should we go to some NHL talk or no? We should avoid that because you just brought up Devin Levi. Do we go to some NHL talk?
We got. Who knows how much time we have to fill here? We could go to some
We
NHL talk.
we got 2 Islanders fans, a Sabres fan. I'm a Devils fan.
Rangers.
And Mr. Mansfield is a Rangers fan. Shout out to all the Devils fans out there. Be happy right now. This team is looking really, really good.
They are actually a really good.
So
work.
I've heard.
I'm a big fan of Nico Heischer's play so far this year. He's a really strong player. Jesper Bratt also. Yeah, Marshall Warren, as Tommy Mullen just yelled for us to shout out. Really good debut from him with 2 points in his NHL debut, the Long Island native.
Nick went to last night's Devils game. Missed our game, but the more important game. But he did attend last night's win. Who'd they play?
They played the San Jose Sharks in Macklin Celebrini. Devils just won 7 in a row.
Why don't you tell us why you went to the game? You said it was a little bit of an interesting story behind it. They won, making it 6 or
I'm
6,
not gonna.
7
I'm
there?
not gonna. I'm definitely not gonna get into that.
I
They
think the
wo-
viewers would love
They've
that
gone
one.
for
No,
their
I'm-
6th win, and now they have their 7th.
We have no idea what we're doing right now. We're stalling for time.
This is why we get paid the big bucks.
We're getting paid? They're getting paid for
$0.
I get a good 3 priority points from
priority
this.
points for some Marist housing.
Can we transition that into financial contributions, you think?
Oh man.
I don't know, 3 priority
What do
points
we?
equals $15?
Yeah, what do you?
I don't know, the thing is, like, you go so... Yeah, I don't know what the players just got buzzed about, but something made them happy. The thing is, like, you can't even think about the idea of just forfeiting the game and see if both of the teams would maybe say, okay, you know, we're good. But there's still 9 minutes left in a one goal contest. It's way too close to be able to just scrap out that last 10. Maybe if it was 7-1, maybe each team would be like, okay, you know, we're just going to be playing this last 10 minutes for fun.
This means so much for both teams.
Yeah, conference-wise, SHU really strong so far in the conference, having 2 big wins against Army and Quinnipiac. You know, I see Scratch Raymond Cornell walking around.
Should we bring Raymond over here?
Let's see.
Raymond.
You want to come on the air while we're killing time? You want to come on the air while we're killing time?
We got the very own.
Want to go on the air while we're killing time? Go on the thing. Yeah.
We got our very own Raymond Corneau on the broadcast. Tommy, you want to ask him a couple questions?
Yeah.
You got
Ray,
anything?
You know, I have to ask the question. We both lived in Mid-Rise last year. Or freshman year? What's your overall opinion of that living as a freshman?
Mid-Rise is definitely the best dorm for all freshmen, especially if you get a good group of guys to live with.
Yeah, as you did. Can you just speak to us a little bit about what was like the equipment issue? Because I see players in 4, you know, airing their stuff out on the balcony. I remember smelling your equipment in my room, and you lived across the hall.
I know. My roommates had to suffer with it. I just threw it in our closet. I took it over as mine.
What have you been liking from Marist's game so far as we lead 2-1?
I've been liking that we're playing pretty hard right now. We're keeping up with them. We're winning. I'm just proud of the guys for the fight they've put up so far, and hopefully we get the W.
Yeah, really good start from them. The forecheck has been really strong all year.
Mm-hmm.
Your defensive play also has been really good. You've been a really good job at disrupting passes in the lane. What do you think you've been doing this year to keep up that play?
To keep up that play, the best thing is to just work as a unit when you're playing defense. Hockey's not an individual sport. You got to be one on the ice with 5 guys, and I think we've been doing that really well, especially this game.
Yeah. Who do you think is, so far for this game and in the season, the most underrated player out there?
The most underrated player? Let me think. I think the most underrated player has to be Johnny Martz.
I was thinking the same thing.
Anyway, he's been
Johnny Martz, he always goes 110% no matter what, and that's what I love about him.
He's an absolute workhorse, as they would say. You know, I also know this Chris Cetera. You guys have described him as a nail gun, I've heard once or twice. What's he like in the locker room, if you could want to tell the viewers about that?
Oh, yeah, Chris is a great person to have in a locker room, always hyping everyone up, always keeping everything positive, and he's just a good presence to have around.
Yeah, unreal mustache from that guy. You could see it from a mile away.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You got anything you want to shout out before you head off the air?
Shout out to the McCann ice rink crew for getting this glass put back on. Hopefully
Yeah, what did you think about that Zamboni move? That was...
Yeah, I was impressed. I was a little scared he was going to slip and fall.
Yeah.
I didn't want that. That would make the situation worse.
Just like I believe that was Randy's brother, is it that fell?
Yeah, I believe so, too.
It's ice is slippery. I remember the medical trainer yesterday fell, and then he's falling.
Yeah. Without skates, it's hard to run on it. So.
Yeah, it's definitely unfavorable.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, Ray.
Thank you for having me.
Hope you have a great rest of your night, man.
Yeah, you guys too.
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
we're trying to find healthy scratches to.
Yeah, we're gonna hopefully looking
get more
for
interviews.
Christian Marciano, brother of Johnny Marciano. Man, we gotta. Who knows how much time we have to kill here?
I'm wondering how they're gonna look when they come out. Honestly.
Yeah, it's a good question. Producer Tommy Mansfield just asked is how the teams are gonna come out, especially Marist. You know. Yeah, it's been a long delay. I remember saying at 6:30, about 5 minutes in.
It is a Saturday night.
It is a Saturday night. Yeah, and my computer is like gonna die very soon. It is on 24%, and my phone is at 19%. We're getting real low here, so.
Yeah, hopefully, you might want to go tell them that real quick that your phone's and computer's about to die so they can speed it up.
Yeah, I just closed my computer. I probably should have done that an hour ago.
About.
Yeah.
But
Sacred Heart is fencing right now.
Sacred Heart, from producer Tommy Mansfield, he just said they are fencing.
It's gonna be good for Frozen Foxes, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna have a whole lot of B-roll for it. Who?
Should we get some on camera? Should we go on camera, or we want to stay off camera?
I know. I like.
You like that?
I'm a
The
fan
players
of-
messing around.
Brandon, can you just zoom out and let the fans just see what the ice looks like with the landscape and just see that it's.
They're now all being friendly as well too.
I wonder if O'Toole and Bruno might go talk it up with each other and just make things even.
Brandon, show that.
Yeah, we got.
A lot of kumbaya versus some in-conference opponents.
Yeah, you know, now we have all the leaders talking to the official right now over there on the other end.
Well, right now we got nothing happening with the crew. I don't see a single crew member out here right now. Maybe they're
No, in
probably
fact-
cutting the glass.
The assistant coach has just rotated over to Zamboni door to chat with Randall Herbart. These teams may not like each other on the ice, but once play is dead, they seem to have no issue chatting it up with one another and having some fun.
I definitely think they're cutting the glass back there somewhere.
I think so. You know, right there, there's Marist just working and skating around.
We're about to get Christian Marciano on the broadcast.
Oh, I'm excited.
in
Younger
a matter
brother
of
of
minutes.
young star Johnny Martirana, who voted the most underrated player on this
He was.
roster by the Raymond Cornell.
The Raymond Cornell.
The one and only. What a guy.
Just a strong showing from the team. You can really hear it in the way they talk about just the chemistry they all have with each other.
All right, Christian's now coming up the bleachers.
Yeah,
Oh, we got and
It looks like Gary too.
I'm gonna give
These
the mic
boys
over to
are
him.
juiced and ready to talk.
No, we can only get one at a time.
so we'll have
Yeah, Gary, if
Christian
you want, we can have
Martirana up
you-
first.
We can have Gary slide in after Christian. You just sit anywhere, man, and make yourself comfortable. Christian, how you
What's
doing?
up, Christian?
How you guys doing?
Good. What do you like from Marist's play so far?
Definitely good response from yesterday. Definitely getting a lot more shots. Definitely like overall we're like playing more as a team today. Definitely, I feel like yesterday like we were like beating ourselves up, and now we're like we're getting punch deep, communicating well. Everything seems to be clicking more today as opposed to yesterday.
Your brother scored today. What's it like being on his team? You know, you guys played together in Mayo Pack, and now you're coming here. He's been helping you out with the transition to college.
Oh, it's an honor to play with my brother. Every day, just spending every day with him. Like, he was the reason I came to the school. Like, especially playing with my brother, it's the best. Especially growing up playing with him in high school, as it translates to college, it's been so fun.
I bet you're proud of your older brother and the way he plays.
Yeah, definitely. I love watching him. I mean, like, I haven't played with him yet this season, but just watching him on the ice. I mean, I knew what he was capable of this season, but he's definitely he impresses me every time he's out there on the ice.
Yeah, your teammate Raymond Cornell named him as the most underrated player on the team this year. He's just been a real bright spot this year. But you, as a freshman, what do you like? What are you thinking? Overall, it's a horrible question to ask. Doesn't really have a point to bring up, but
For my brother,
No, just from your play, like, what would you like to see a little bit more? I know you guys played each other in the red and white game.
Oh yeah. I think that I especially like. I think like me and him playing together, like in high school, we definitely like we were on the same line in high school. So like my sophomore year, me and him were on the same forward line, and we like honestly like lit up the league. I would say like we probably both put up like over 50 points that year. But me and Johnny have some really good chemistry. So it's great playing with him.
That's good to hear. And you said he's been helping out with the transition. Nick, do you have any questions to ask?
I actually do have a very important question. You did PA earlier to the start of the game. How did you feel? What was that like?
I mean, coach asked me to do some PA. I mean, at first I wasn't too thrilled, but you know, it's part of my job, my rookie duties here. So whatever coach asked me to do, I'll do it.
What is your least favorite rookie duty?
Least favorite rookie duty?
That's a good question. That is a very good question.
That is a tough one. There's so many I do. I probably just like, but away games are probably the worst because we have to pack up everything ready for the next day, and then we have to put it all on the bus and take it all off.
Oh.
And then there's only like 4 or 5 of us rookies, and we have to do all the bags. So it's not really pleasant, but you know, it's part of the job.
You just mentioned that there's 4 or 5 rookies. You guys think you guys are a pretty close group?
Definitely. I think like having a smaller group, we're definitely closer, and like it's really nice meeting our first freshman at first, but I definitely think we've like come along and are definitely closer as the year's been going on.
Yeah, it looks like there's players are coming off of the ice right now, unsure what's happening. Christian, do you want to give? Oh, never mind. He just disappeared on us. I was going to say if you wanted to give the mic to Gary, but
They might have to go back down now.
yeah,
They're
I'll
probably
let you
going
guys
to have
get
a meeting.
back to the
Thank
locker
you.
room.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
man.
thanks for having me.
Should we get the very own Brandon Paul on
Yeah,
here now, the
Brandon, you wanna-
cameraman?
If we give everyone else some reps, might as well give you some. Brandon, what have you been thinking about Marist's game so far?
I thought they've been playing pretty good today. But with this stoppage, any momentum any of these teams had is going to be killed.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite thing working on the team so far as a freshman coming to Marist?
Well, I meet new people, doing cameras, and I'm gaining a lot of experience.
Nice, nice. What are you looking for from this team here after the break here?
I'm looking for them to lock down on defense and come away with the win.
That's good to hear.
Are you just a hockey fan, or did you play hockey?
I play deck hockey, but I'm mostly just a fan. Watch a lot of NHL.
What's your favorite NHL team for the viewers listening at home?
The Islanders. The Islanders.
Big
Nice.
Isles fan.
Where'd you grow up, Brandon?
I grew up on Long Island, in Huntington.
Nice. What made you pick Marist as opposed to any closer schools or any farther schools?
When I just toured, I liked it. It felt like, for me, just had a feeling. And I also liked the sports communications program.
Nice. Because all the players are coming off, we're going to head to a short little break. We'll be back with you soon for the last 10 minutes of this period.
All right, so we've just received word that this game is going to be suspended for the night. So tonight's action will be done, and they will finish it up another time.
Yeah, who knows when. It's going to be a difficult one. Luckily, SHU is not too far away, unlike opponents like Clarkson that are in Niagara, or the ones where we got to take longer bus trips. So this one's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. Who knows, they might even just finish it up tomorrow. But
Well, we thank everybody for joining us here today, even though we didn't finish the game. We will see you guys next time.